over the last couple of years, I think Adam has let the players take over the league. And I think we were hearing stories that he was going to take over as the CEO of Disney. He was going to leave the NBA. Now they're unsure on what he is doing, if he's going to stay with the NBA or leave the NBA. There's a lot going on behind closed doors, and I don't think anybody really speaks about it on the radio because maybe people are just trying to hide it because the NBA is still making money. They're getting great TV deals. The players are making millions and millions of dollars. It's crazy, but I think the problem with the league over the last couple of years and why these players like Ja Morant off the court and just other players think that they can do and say whatever they want. As we know, there's a player over there in Dallas who I can't absolutely stand anymore in Kyrie Irving, who is an anti-Semitic ass, who, and I'll tell you this, Tim, and I think you know this, and I'm sure you have your own thoughts to this. He leaves after all the stuff that was happening with the Brooklyn Nets. Kyrie apologized for the anti-Semitic views and thoughts. Then he gets traded to Dallas, and then at the press conference, he takes the apology away and pretty much threw it to the wolves. And then whatever he said and whatever the NBA suspended it for, believe it or not, I think Adam Silver looked like an idiot. I really do. Now, what the NBA has done over the last couple of years is they've opened up opportunities for the league to make more and more money. So Adam Silver, if you want to look at the commissioner at that, great. He's making money for the organization. What I don't like about Adam Silver and what I've fallen off on understanding what a commissioner is supposed to do in the league is, and to me, he's supposed to be working with the owners and he's supposed to be making the decision. And he's not doing that. He's letting the players take over the league. What is your thoughts to the way the NBA is moving right now when it comes to ownership and now the players running the league?
Wow. Well, that's a pretty deep question. I think the players have always tried to have some sort of idea as to what sort of impact they can have insofar as their social responsibilities. That's obviously more centered to what they do off the floor and the activities and that sort of thing that they take part in. I don't necessarily agree with you insofar as the players are running league. I do think it's of the four major sports. I do think it is the sport that certainly is in the forefront of it almost being a shared partnership between the owners and the players. But believe me, the owners are wielding a lot of power. And, to Adam Silver, I think the hammer is going to come down on Ja Morant. We haven't heard what that's going to be yet. Yeah. So I think the NBA does want to protect its image because the NBA, I mentioned the four major sports. The NBA of all the sports is the most global of all the sports. I mean, there is no doubt about that. It may not be number one in the USA, but it is number one around the world. You look at all the European players and just the viewership and the listenership that comes in from Europe and Asia. That NBA brand is a global brand. So they absolutely want to protect that brand. I don't think the players are running the league, but I think the NBA wants to give and has made an attempt to give the players their space to express their views. They understand that they have a huge platform, not just television, but through all the social media and every other aspect that they're allowed to deliver their message. So I think the NBA has said, we respect that. And obviously, as long as it doesn't go too far over the line, they'll adhere to that. So, it's interesting you bring up Kyrie. The thing about Kyrie, he was in Cleveland here for quite a while.
What an ass, man.
He never leaves a rosy, flowery goodbye behind him.
No, he doesn't.
He detonates every bridge behind him. So to me, that speaks volumes about Kyrie Irving. So yeah, I don't know if I agree with your premise in the fact that the players are running the league. I do think they have leeway insofar as what their social responsibility is, what their messaging may be, what their words and actions are on platforms, different platforms. And I think it is more of a partnership, but I don't think they're running the league.